In September 22, I made an attempt to visit and witness the majestic view of Pogilla Waterfall. It was evident that the weather was not supportive, as it was at its best duty. The rain would come and go every now and then, but when it came down very hard. Though the rain made the journey tough, it made the surroundings bloom, which entertained the rest of the creation. With all the difficulties, the hope was to have a glimpse of the waterfall, nested in deeper parts of the forest, which eventually remained a desire. But I never gave up. This time, I geared up with proper planning. The sun was out and the clouds were scattered. Everything was bright under the sunlight, and what could make it better when there was a company of like-minded people? The joyful sight of countryside and a flock of sheep was relieving. In time, we began to reach deeper parts of the forest and began to travel on unfitting roads. Nevertheless, the fascinating views kept us diverting from unforgiving roads. The hills revealing the view of water in the distance made us eager to get close to it. Water below and clouds above it. What a splendid natural setting, and we were glad to be part of it. We couldn't resist and had to stop by the water. We passed through countryside establishments to enter the Nallamala forest. The road was kind at times, but was tough and stubborn sometimes. There were a few stretches of roads that we had to struggle with to advance in our journey. The loosened gravel, a sign of neglected duty from an authority, made the tires lose traction, so we had to find a suitable spot. A few adjustments and preparation made a huge difference. At last, we reached Pogilla village and sought help from few locals to guide us to the waterfall. The people were friendly and quickly agreed to help us reach the waterfall. We followed them on a super narrow path with gentle yet firm thorns of acacia tree scraping on the sides of our car. We had to drive carefully because we didn't want to get stranded in a place like this where help was miles and miles away. Okay, so we have finally arrived at the waterfall. Uh, we just grabbed a couple of village members here, the locals, to show us the route. So the last time this was the place I have actually stopped and had to go back because of the rain. So this time we are going to make it to the waterfall, and we're carrying food, water and everything. So the moment the route ends there, you would have to walk into this field, take a right from that road. We walked difficult paths in the past, but this was just a piece of cake. And one more thing to note, that the local people said actually when you go there, do not fire or do not light a fire there, because there are bees, honeybees and all. And these are wild honeybees, and when they sting, it's going to be very horrible experience. And I'm glad the trek is just like half a kilometer, so you don't have to walk longer distances. The cool breeze made our short walk a pleasure, so we happily walked through the fields. So we brought homemade biryani. We're going to have biryani at this waterfall. We trailed each other and eventually reached the top edge of the waterfall. Finally, after a failed attempt, it was right in front of my eyes. There you go, that's a huge drop. It was fascinating to learn that the water was not falling off the cliff, but it was flowing out of the rock. We then decided to hike down the steeper area of the hill to reach the base of the waterfall. If you ever wish to visit Pogilla, please do not hike down alone, because there are few easy ways to climb down, and one can easily miss the route. Take a local member with you, as they know in and out of this place. After walking a bit, we reached the edge we would hike down. After a bit of preparation, we began to hike down.
This is also not a be careful.
This little section looks very easy, but a little carelessness can cause an unpleasant result. We had to get down carefully because the rock was uneven. Please be sure to wear hiking boots. The joy of exploring nature comes at the cost of being safe. We funneled down through the rock notch, and after reaching the bottom, we realized it was tougher to walk the steeper section due to the sediment. The leaves of these plants you see had saw-like teeth that gently scratched our skin top layer, making us itchy. Someone said, and I quote, "I don't get it. The trail looked so flat on the map." That's precisely what our feeling was. Rain washed and settled the sand and broken rock over it, making the entire area nearly impossible to walk. We descended carefully while taking support from the branches and trees around us. Slowly, but we reached there, and the sound of the water falling was refreshing. The water was falling on the rock and was flowing into the lake just a few meters below. The place where it fell was slick due to the moss, so we decided not to soak in the water. Our guide said crocodiles inhabited the lake below, so we did not want to take any chances. We consumed food and nature, spent some time there, and then began hiking the hill to reach the top. Pogilla Waterfall is now off my list, and I'm glad we accomplished it. Our journey back home through the jungle was memorable as we traveled at night. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care.